Men are awesome. Yeah, actual females talking about how amazing men are. I know, sounds weird in this day and age, but listen to what they have to say.
Things that are great about guys.
Yes, we feel like nowadays you guys are really underappreciated a lot, so we wanted to take a second and change that.
Number one,
You guys think super practically. Girls, sometimes we get caught up with our emotions in our head, but when we come to you with a problem and you just give us the facts and say you're being dumb, it's helpful. Number two,
you guys like to take the lead, and girls like that. Sometimes we don't always want to make the decisions. Number three,
you're very protective. You're just looking out for our safety and well-being. It's like personal bodyguards all the time. Number four,
not only are you guys strong physically, but you guys are good at being a rock. Number five,
you guys are goofy, and you bring out a goofy side in girls. I feel like we care a little too much about what other people think sometimes, but you guys teach us not to. Don't be fooled. Not all women think men are bad these days.
we're here to hype you up.
Yeah, yeah. As No Life Shack says, we like those. See, these seeming lovely women just sat here and gave the blueprint to all females across the world of why men should be appreciated. The crazy thing about it is, this stuff has been being said by men for I don't know how long, but it's really difficult for modern females to hear men when they speak because they're just so hateful of men that they can't hear anything said when a man is the one saying it. So that's why I love when you have actual women who come out and say these things in order to show their appreciation for what men do on a daily basis. So let's go over what it is that they said. The first thing they said, practical thinking. Okay, everybody knows that scientifically, females are more emotional and males are more logical. So it begs to reason that when it comes to practicality, men would probably be better at that. So these wonderful women just sat up here and said, hey, this is the first thing. Men are practical thinkers, and they love that. And I definitely appreciate them for saying that. Then the second thing they said, taking the lead. Now, this is one of the things that sometimes causes a problem in relationships because the way modern females have been trained by these corporations who are trying to separate them from men in order to make more money, they don't think that men should be in a leadership position. Yet somehow they don't have a problem at all with that same dynamic in the workplace. Isn't that crazy? In the workplace, they have no problem with men being in a leadership position and calling them boss, getting them coffee, doing whatever. But if the man at home who is willing to die for them says, hey, get me some coffee, they say, you have 2 hands and 2 feet, get it yourself. Crazy. But I love how these two women understand that men being in a leadership position is very important. And then the third thing that they said, being productive. Now, one thing about men in comparison to females is that men really love to do things. I know it's weird to females when it comes to that whole dynamic, but men love doing things. Men will sit up here and build an entire Lego set that's the size of a dining room table. And other men will watch them do it and literally be having conversations about, is he going to get that piece right? Ooh, that looks like it's going to fall. How long do you think it's going to take him to finish this? Men are investing in other men doing things like this. And then when the man finishes building it, men cheer him. You should go online and see some of these things. Men cheer. Why? Because men understand building things and being productive is for what it is. We're on this earth as men outside of the, of course, primary thing of procreation. And then the fourth thing that they said, being an emotional rock. This one is kind of self explanatory because of the whole emotional and logical thing when it comes to men versus females. Men are more likely to be able to withstand blows from things that happen in life because we're just built differently from females. They have estrogen, we have testosterone. So it makes us more aggressive, less emotional. Their estrogen makes them more emotional, less aggressive. So when a female has a problem, then the male is usually the one to whom she comes and speaks, and he's able to withstand the blows of her emotions while she cries on his shoulder, and he tells her everything's going to be okay, and he goes into what number two and number three are, which is taking the lead and making the situation end up being productive. So that's fantastic because that's a man being an emotional rock. And then lastly, number five, goofy. Now, what this really means is that he likes having fun and he can do it being alone. See, the thing about females as a whole is that they're group type of people. They're individuals who like doing things in a group, and if they're not in a group, they feel alone. Whereas men can be in a group and feel alone, but be by themselves and be okay. It's a weird dynamic, but we're built like that because we're two separate sides of the coin that this earth actually needs. So it's actually a great thing when a female understands that a man understands how to have fun alone, because then she learns how to have fun by herself and that she doesn't need a group of people to just have fun. So these two fantastic women have just given this blueprint to females worldwide. And I just sit here and I think, man, if females understood and applied this, things relationship wise would just be fan freaking tastic. So I want you all to go show them some love. I don't know what their actual names are or what their social media is. So if you find them, put their names in the comment section because we want them to understand that we appreciate what it is that they're doing for men.